is a trial of me making some Russian dumplings, and they're called Pelmeni. I'm probably screwing that up. So if anybody knows it phonetically, how to pronounce it, let me know. It's like I said, this is a Russian dumpling. It's really a basic dumpling. It's a filled. I'm just testing this out. Have something new in the repertoire. The dough is very simple. It does have eggs in it. It has 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of vegetable oil, 1 egg, and then about 3/4 cup of water. I used a little bit over 3/4 of a cup of water. So you need to roll this out fairly thin. After you mix it, you let it sit for a half hour, so that the gluten can develop. And you roll it pretty thin, and then they have these little molds. Put your dough across the mold and then kind of press it down so you can put your fingers in the holes so you can see where the holes are. And they have this filling that you put in there. This one is really pretty easy. It's chicken, ground chicken, white pepper. So there's got to be a better way. I just got this mold, so I don't really know too much about it yet. Trying to figure out exactly how much needs to go in each scoop. So probably like less than about a teaspoon. If I had one of those little tiny scoops, that would be good, but even my smallest scoop is going to be too big for these. I watched this lady do this on TV, and she was just rocking and rolling, man. She was going fast doing this. Of course. She's probably been doing it for 50 years. Did I finish telling you what's in this? A pound of ground chicken. It has a teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. I always use kosher salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 ground onion, half a head of Napa cabbage that's grated up or put in the food processor. A teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's it. Really basic. The dumplings, you put them into chicken broth. Simmer them in chicken broth. And then you put them into, like a cup with the broth. And then you add a scoop of sour cream, which is kind of interesting. Or at least that's the way they do it in Russia. I'm just trying to add some new flavors to my cooking. Get some different things for the book. Something new. Some of these are just too big. It feels like I'm overstuffing, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. And I made tamales today. Then I'm gonna make Savannah some tamales, and she wants some bean and cheese with green chili. And I'm gonna make those. And I want to try making some Louisiana hot tamales. Those, they use ground meat in those, and they're cooked in a sauce. They're not really steamed like Mexican tamales, so that'll be interesting. This is like a hot mess, y'all. Can't see what freaking holes are. Oh, there's three. I don't know if this is going to seal up because of the way it seems like I'm not getting them in there right. Let's see what kind of mess I can make. I think I need to get them more in there because the dough's not going to stick. So I don't know how you get them in there. Anybody knows? This is going to require a lot more research. I can tell that right now. Alright, so that's kind of what it looks like once they're in there. Then you're supposed to, in theory. See, I get to test all these recipes for y'all so you don't have to do them. I get to have all the fails. I'm probably rolling this too thick, too. But, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This dough is really good to work with. It's not sticky. It's real stretchy. Alright, so let's see. Oops, sorry. And so we put it over the top. Okay. Now, you're supposed to roll them like that. Should have put some flour on there. Ah, well, it took to it. Look at that. Kind of have to get the hang of it, but it did work. So it's going to take practice to get this. And of course I did have too much filling in, just like I thought, because I can see some of the filling is squirted out. But seemed to do good. There's a couple of places I need to go back over. Let me add a little bit more flour to the top of this. Okay, so you just supposed to, you gotta apply a little bit of pressure. So, and let's see, I got all the edges. Yeah, it came off like that. Now, let's see if I can get them out of here. Oh, look at that side. They came through. They came through good. Okay. Oh, look, they worked. Hi, yay me. That's so good. Yay. I'm so happy with myself right now. Some of them did stick, but maybe you could just, oh yeah, tap them. Look, they all came out. And they're so cute. They're just like these little bite-sized little dumplings. How awesome is that? Yay! I'm really excited about this. I'm so happy. Huh. I didn't think this was going to work, really, to be quite honest with you. Usually things when I just do it the first time, they're not really, like, on point. But this really worked out good. So, I'm going to let these sit here and dry out a little bit and get some chicken broth going. And then cook some of these up. I'm going to, some of them I'm just going to put on in the freezer and freeze them. But that recipe that I used for the meat, I have only used like, oh my gosh, maybe a half a cup. And I still have probably 3 cups left. So I'm going to have to make a lot more dough to do this. But I'll just put these on parchment paper and let them set. I'll do like, cook maybe a dozen of them, 20 of them in some chicken broth, and I'm going to freeze the rest. Josh is supposed to be home later, so maybe I can get him to be my guinea pig. So, let's see, that's 4, 6, 8, 12. I'll do 12. And I'll just use the rest of these and put them in the freezer until they freeze solid. Then I can put them in bags. And then I think I'll use them in, use that food saver and then like vacuum seal them. Okay, so now this is going to be the tricky part because obviously, you know, I used too much filling. That was one thing I learned. So don't use as much filling as I did. Maybe the dough needs to be thinner. And then, like, I got some filling in between my dough, but oh well. Maybe I need to roll it thinner. It's going to use a lot more flour because of that fillings in there. Probably using the wrong rolling pin too. I'm going to get my French rolling pin and see if that works better. Because all this filling is in here is making it so hard to roll. So I'm saying, I'm going to suggest that if you do the same thing that I did and you had too much filling in there and then like the filling squirted out and got into your dough, you should probably just make that, cook it like a noodle or something. Don't try and re-roll it because it's kind of hard. And it's probably too thick again. It's going to take a while, I think, to get used to this. I know I'm making them too thick. Okay. So, then they'll probably won't do good cooking. They just might break open. So, this is what's going to take the longest. Trying to figure out how much of this dough stuff goes in here. Maybe, let me see something. Maybe if I roll this, oh yeah. So if you roll it across there really lightly, it kind of gives you an imprint so you know where the heck to put your dough. The filling, sorry. You're going to have to be really careful doing that too. Otherwise you'll cut your dough. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I just haven't figured it out yet. kind of a boring video. I don't have really anything else to talk about other than my tamales today. But anyway, that's it. I'll try to do these better.